Yo, 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 what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, once again live here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. And it looks like I'm going solo today, ladies and gentlemen, until my boy Tony the Bern, who is live in Las Vegas right now. He will show up on the show tonight, and we're going to talk about the craziness that happened at Cauliflower Alley this weekend. But I want to talk about some really cool stuff that happened this week in professional wrestling. Man, oh man, ladies and gentlemen, it has been wild. It looks like everyone's going to get their opportunity to have that dream match that everyone's been talking about for years. The AEW World Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega is going to face one Daniel Bryan, the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, for the AEW World Championship. But before we get into this whole craziness, let's talk about a friend of mine who is having a birthday today. The lovely Ashley Rose Nova. Ladies and gentlemen, go follow her on Twitter at ARoseCPE. Follow her. She's a writer. She writes for 8 websites. She does a lot of stuff with Twitch. She is she's a chick that does pretty much everything. She loves horror. She loves anime. She loves wrestling. She loves anything and everything fun. So go follow her on Twitter right now. And before we get any further, let's go to a quick commercial break while I gather up all this information, and we will be right back.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back live, ladies and gentlemen. It has been one hell of a weekend. Shane is out of Facebook jail. Finally, Cheryl, hello. Shane says he served 30 days in Facebook jail. Oh, Jesus Christ, Shane. Who really fucking cares? Anyway, tonight on All Elite Wrestling, Adam Cole made his in-ring debut. I mean, this is the man who was in WWE no longer than 30 days ago. Makes his in-ring debut at All Elite Wrestling tonight. He battled Frankie Kazarian in the main event for the champion. Well, in the main event. And we've seen some really crazy matches tonight at AEW. We've seen John Moxley and Eddie Kingston in tag team action. Bryan Danielson challenged Kenny Omega. Darby Allin battled Shawn Spears. It was just a really, really great night of wrestling. And if you are a wrestling fan, I would suggest you guys tune in. Jade Cargill versus Legit Layla Hirsch was really great. I don't want to do any spoilers tonight, guys, because I don't want to ruin the show for everybody. You know what, Shane? Everyone does care. Everyone but me. No one gives a shit, Shane. Anyway, so let's get some questions in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's ask some questions. You guys are always listening to me run my mouth. Let's hear what you guys have to say. So any questions from the people listening or watching right now? Because if you're probably listening to us, you're listening to us on Spotify, on Anchor, on Google, on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and all these great places that you can find podcasting. Every week we're here, every Wednesday night, running our mouths, doing what we do here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. And Shane, once again, Shane, no one cares. So anyway, shout out to my boy Cassidy Haynes of bodyslam.net. Get well, get well soon. He's under the weather. So was I, actually, up until about 2 hours ago. I'm still feeling pretty shitty, to be honest with you guys, but I want to come on here live and talk to you guys. Can Bad Blood change his finisher into the overdrive? No, Shane, I will not do that. I swear to God, Shane. Oh man. Well, look, let's do this. Like I said, let's ask some questions. Shane, that was not a good question. Go ahead and ask another one. He's in a private chat over here messing with me. Anyway. So like I said, there's a lot of great things going on. Just wanted to talk to you guys about it, live while I had a chance. What we think about Big E winning the WWE Championship? Okay, so real question: Big E winning the WWE Championship. It's been like it's been a known fact that when you win the Money in the Bank, 99% of the people who win the Money in the Bank win the championships that they go after. Now, in my personal opinion, I do think they hot shot it. Me and Chemical Julian were on the podcast the other night on Monday talking about it. I think they hot shot at the championship match because if you guys watch Raw, I mean, not many people were watching Raw because it's really awful wrestling. But for those who actually watched Raw this last week, you saw that they changed so many things at the last second. So many things. So in that particular point, they put the championship on Big E. Big E went on Twitter and was posting about how he was going to challenge for the title. He was going to cash in his Money in the Bank that night. To me, the Money in the Bank is supposed to be a surprise. You cash that sucker in at the last second. You cash it in when no one's paying attention. But he did it anyway. So, I mean, quite honestly, putting it on Twitter kind of screwed off the surprise. I mean, they didn't do a huge number in the ratings, which is really crazy because you would expect something so big, so huge like that. Big E winning the championship would be like a big and major needle mover. It didn't move any needles, really. It was actually one of the second lowest rated Raws, but they're trying to say, oh, Raw really sucked this week because of the NFL having Monday Night Football. That's bullshit. WWE has been running Monday nights for the last 30 fucking years, and you think on Monday night is going to be interrupted because of Monday Night Football? No. But don't blame it on Big E, because Big E is one of the biggest names in the industry right now. He's talented. He's a very down-to-earth, very real person. Like the person you see on television is actually who he really is in real life, which is really fucking awesome. So Shane says it felt like it was a forced cash in. I wouldn't say it was a forced cash in. I would say it was more like a hey, we need to do something to get to pop a rating. That's pretty much what it was. Philip Campbell said it was right. Raw has sucked for years. It is so true, dude. Raw has sucked for years. And I agree with you, Mike. I hope they don't pull a Kofi Kingston and do what they did to him and have him win the championship just to lose it in Saudi Arabia next week or some shit. But Vince is very finicky. He changes his mind like people change their underwear. Literally, he tears up the script 3 to 4 times a show. So go figure. We're doing pretty well today, Lewis. Thank you very much for asking. Just waiting for Tony to Burns to show up on the podcast. He had a lot of things to talk about. He is currently in Las Vegas right now. True statement, man. Excuse me. True statement. Vince can go fuck himself. Anyway, Bobby Fish, another one of the recent released WWE guys, was part of the NXT. Oh my God, let's talk about NXT for a second. Who watched the dumpster fire that was NXT? It was really horrible. Really horrible. But believe it or not, the viewership for NXT jumped. Like, I guess for me, people wanted to know how bad Vince was going to screw NXT up. So they did. NXT, according to WrestleNomics, NXT did a 2.0 overnight viewership, which is 770,000 views in the 18 to 49 demographic, which is which is the most important demographic there is in television. Believe it or not, people say, "Oh, the demos don't mean anything." Those are people who look at the WWE as opposed to AEW. AEW draws a huge 18 to 49 demographic, while WWE draws a shitty one. Now, the AEW is geared towards the 18 to 49 demographic and people, and the WWE is geared towards old people who like to watch Hulk Hogan and, if fucking the Iron Sheik and shit like that. So it is what it is. But WrestleNomics said the September 14th debut of NXT 2.0 garnered an overnight viewership of 77,000. That's 275,000 more viewers than they were last week in the 18 to 49 demographic, which was a 0.21 rating. But that was the highest rating they scored since April 27th. It is now fucking September. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. But the whole change of the viewership is just ridiculous, That's from Brandon Thurston, who's the guy who runs wrestling economics. It's an analyst and breakdown across for all the demos. So, yeah, you guys go check them out. You can also check out bodyslam.net. That's bodyslam.net. Another great website. Today is Mike's birthday. Happy birthday, Big V. I didn't realize it was your birthday today. I'm sorry. April 27th, you asshole. That's why I didn't know it was your birthday, because it's not. This guy over here. Kevin excuse me, gentlemen. Kevin Brandt says he tried to watch it, huh? Okay. What matches are you looking forward to at BCW? That's a very big question. I'm looking forward to defending the OIWA North American Championship live this Saturday in Vaughan, Washington, with the OIWA Championship on the line against Miko Maestro, the Fighting Finnish Finn. Very capable individual. He's a guy that I faced once before and real tough to fight. Well, it looks like Tony Burns is in the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to bring Tony on, and we're going to shoot the shit with Tony with the drama at Cauliflower Alley. We'll be right back.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
And look who has joined us, ladies and gentlemen. There's your boy, Tony the Burns. And Tony, what's up, man?
If I card out a little bit here, it's because the hotel internet is kind of shitty, so I apologize in advance.
Well, Tony the Burns is alive in Las Vegas. Where are you staying in Las Vegas?
22nd floor of the D over on Fremont.
The D. I got a friend that lives in Las Vegas who goes to the D all the time. She
I bet.
She likes the D.
Oh, shit.
Oh, first Blue Chew joke of the night. Damn, Tony, I missed you. So let's talk about Cauliflower Alley, man. Let's talk about what the fuck happened at Cauliflower Alley.
Fuck.
Demonetized. That's right, Shane. We welcome the fucking demonetization tonight, guys. So, you were there live. Cauliflower Alley. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know.
Hangover glasses. Yeah. Yeah.
For those who don't know, Cauliflower Alley is an event that what is going on with the StreamYard tonight? Oh my gosh. Cauliflower Alley is an event that happens every year. It's like a convention. Wrestlers from around the world come. I mean, we got guys from the old school WWE, guys from current wrestling WWE, NWA, OIWA, AWA. You fucking name the three initials, they are there at Cauliflower Alley. Glow, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, they have a convention there every year. And every year at the Gold Coast Casino, we have this amazing event. But then for 2 nights, there's professional wrestling. Normally, these matches are really great. I won the NWA Heritage title in a 6-man tag team match there a couple of years ago. So those places always have like a lot of what am I trying to say here? They usually have a very big space in my heart. So this year, I left pretty early. Tony stayed. Tony stayed for night 2 of the wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, give us a rundown on why you are so sour right now on Cauliflower Alley.
Okay, so I'm going to put it out there. I actually want to ask I want to ask all the viewers who are chatting right now this question as well, because obviously you and I know the answer to this. How many of you out there are familiar with or have at least heard the name Chasin' Rance? So give them a minute here to chime in here, and then I'll get into the whole debacle.
Oh no, don't worry about it. Get into the debacle, please.
Yeah, we'll definitely be getting into it here. So again, that's Chasin' Rance. It's CHASYN. Kevin Brandt, you are correct. Sex offender, registered pedophile out of the state of Florida.
Okay, so let's go. Let's do this. We are. Yeah, never mind. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
All right. So somebody who we will name eventually decided it was a good idea to book Mr. Rance on both nights of Cauliflower Alley, or I should say Pro Wrestling Unplugged, since Cauliflower Alley claims to not be affiliated with them, even though they are very much in the same house, very much on the same show. But somebody decided, and it's bad enough that they decided to book him. Bad enough they decided to book him for both nights. And there's a part here that I didn't even know about. I didn't even get a chance to tell you about yet. So there's some new shit that I just discovered.
Well, hold on. Before we go any further, hold on. Let's make this official. Let's make this fucking official. Go for it.
Yeah. So on night 2, I'm sitting there, with Patty and Tex Thompson, and Lone Star was wandering around taking pictures, and so we're figuring it's going to be, your pretty standard night, pretty standard night of CAC wrestling. A lot of people from the West Coast, California, Las Vegas, might see some people from Arizona. You get the occasional person who comes in from Oregon or Washington, maybe some from across the country. You never know, right?
I had a friend that came in from came in from Florida. So
yeah. So imagine my surprise when the opening match features this Chasin' Rance facing off with Richie Slade.
Okay, so let's say this. Richie Slade. Richie Slade is a very talented individual who didn't know anything about the situation.
I got nothing against Richie Slade. I just wanted to kind of lay it out.
Yeah, he was put in a situation that totally threw him off, and so Richie Slade had no part of this whatsoever.
Right. Again, nothing against Richie Slade. He does his thing. I'm not gonna say whether or not he knew for sure what was going on, but again, he didn't do nothing to nobody. It's not his issue. So, whatever.
I tell you, my phone blew up, like literally blew up. You sent me a text. Actually, you sent me a shot, a Twitter copy, a Twitter shot, and I was on the phone talking to a second generation superstar about the conversation that you and I had, and she was like, "Did you hear this?" And before I had a chance to even say anything, my phone literally would not stop going off. I'm standing in the airport and my phone is going off. I'd like put my phone into the tray for security, and it's going off in the tray like constantly, like blowing up with so much stuff from what happened to CAC. Okay, so continue.
Okay, so match happens. I'm pretty much like at that moment I'm done. I did not want to be there after I saw that. But what makes this worse is not just the fact that they put a registered sex offender on the show. Never mind the fact that they continue to book Paul Lee, who's, besides the fact that he's a you're booking a Nature Boy Ric Flair Buddy Rogers ripoff. I mean, the guy's a second-rate Buddy Landell. Let's be fucking honest here.
Oh, wow.
So, never mind the fact that you're booking this guy who is also, by the way, also a fucking perverted racist piece of shit who attempted to proposition a 16-year-old. So, putting that aside, imagine my surprise when we find out that there is a 14-year-old kid being booked on the show.
Wait, excuse me? Wait, okay, so go back and repeat that one more time.
Yeah. A 14-year-old kid booked on the show in the same locker room as said sex offender. Now, here's the part I didn't know at first. Night one, during the big Casino Royale Battle Royal.
Yeah, I have it every year.
Uh-huh. I've been in that Battle Royal.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't had to be in that Battle Royal.
I've had the shit chopped out of me by the Stro. So yeah, that was one of my better moments. Yeah, so in that Battle Royal on night one, apparently Jason Rance was actually working spots with this 14-year-old kid.
Oh, wow. So you have a registered sex offender who, if you are a registered sex offender, you're not supposed to be around any children.
That's right.
So you have a registered sex offender working on the wrestling show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right.
About that.
It is absurd.
About that. So, again, CAC trying to, quote unquote, distance themselves from Pro Wrestling Unplugged, who is, who are the organization or whatever you want to call them, putting on the matches, who have an affiliation with Micromania Championship Wrestling or whatever they're the midget wrestling tour.
Midget wrestling, yes.
Yeah, who are both booked by a piece of shit named Billy Blaze.
Wow.
So anyone who wants to find out who was responsible for this, there's your guy, Billy Blaze. Pro Wrestling Unplugged, Micromania Championship Wrestling.
Wow. Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Tony DeBurns was on the scene. Tony DeBurns is still in Las Vegas and witnessed it with his own two eyes. So you can't really say that this is secondhand. You can't really say that this is unfounded because Tony DeBurns is literally in Las Vegas, right then and there.
Yeah, I think what probably upsets me more about the whole thing is that not only did you have a sex offender, not only did you have a sex offender in the locker room with a 14-year-old, not only did you have a sex offender working spots with a 14-year-old in a battle royal, not only did you have these elements happening, and you had a piece of shit like Paul Lee
Man,
also on your show, and not only did you have that element, in addition to Billy Blaze, who has also been called out for various transgressions of his own.
this is throughout the speaking out movement.
Not only did you have all of these things happening, you had these things happening at what is considered a family-friendly show with children in the audience.
Wow. I guess there's only certain things you can really certain things you really can comment on, and wow. I mean,
Yeah.
I have to exclude myself from any of the comments or concern. I literally have to like recluse myself from speaking on this situation because there's so much so much that can be said.
And I was
Wow.
honestly, I got to be honest, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about, did I want to comment on this? Did I really want to go off here tonight? And I really had to consider it, for a moment, because I was looking on Twitter, I was reading all of the threads and all the comments from people, and then I saw just how fucking far this had gotten, with people, where the news of this had reached. And after I thought about it, I just said, yeah, I got to say something. I'd be a goddamn hypocrite if I didn't say something. I'd be no better than anybody else who decided to not be forthcoming if I did not say something. So I did.
Man. I don't know.
And
I don't know what I can really say about this situation, man. It's wow.
I have really, really good memories of that first time that we were there in Vegas. You, me, Petrov, and Buddy Highway, that 6-man match where I got Blake Grayson's shake weight right in my nuts.
Yeah.
And the crowd, the crowd kept just getting right on my ass about it. It was honestly one of the most fun times I had ever had. And now that's ruined. I can't think about that in the same way ever again. I can't think about that in a positive light ever again, knowing who's responsible, for, putting on those shows, the people who were in that locker room. Like,
man, I have to agree with Cheryl on this. And for me to say this out loud after everything I've been thinking about all week, like ever since she told me that, my mind has been like fucking going 10,000 miles per minute, thinking about this. But Cheryl is right. You didn't go to a wrestling convention. You went to a pile of shit.
Yeah, I know. And I did. And I regret it.
And I'm going to say this because I've been a member of Cauliflower Alley for a long time. I didn't renew my membership. I canceled my membership. I was going to have WWE legend B. Brian Blair, who was the president of Cauliflower Alley, on this podcast. Maybe I should get him on the podcast. Maybe we can talk about this shit, and maybe we can figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I mean, if he's willing to talk about it and if he's willing to be honest about it, then absolutely. Yeah, hashtag save our children. Jesus fucking Christ. And you know what, Adam? Honestly, none of this surprises me. I mean, if none of that honestly shocks me. It really doesn't.
Man, I'm at a loss for words, man. For me, ladies and gentlemen, to be on this podcast, I'm never at a loss for words. Me and Adam shoot this shit. We have so much fun on this podcast. But quite honestly, man, this is not a fucking good podcast. This is not fun. Like, I had a lot of cool stuff to talk about. I want to talk about the amazing matches that AEW is putting on.
Yeah, I would have
for
loved
the
to have
grand-
talked about that. I would have loved to have gone back and maybe talked about last week's Dynamite and Rampage shows. That would have been great. I would have loved to have come on and talked about how I finally goddamn finished moving back to Portland, and the fuckery that was involved there. Just something humorous, something lighthearted. I would have loved to have done that.
I agree. As a parent, as a father of a 13-year-old girl, it makes me fucking sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
As a professional wrestler, I'd like to apologize to everyone listening to this podcast right now. I know in this industry, we like to suspend disbelief. We like to put on amazing matches. We like to perform for you. We like to go out and do amazing things for the people who watch our shows. But you also got to remember that we're real people behind the gimmicks. We're real people behind the wrestling. We're real people behind the mask, so to speak. And this type of shit makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Like, it just does. And to know that I had a I don't know, man. I just can't say anything about this. This is so fucking disheartening. I have some really great news I want to share with everyone tonight.
That's a great way to put it. It's
disheartening, man. Like, there are a few things in this industry that I love doing, and CAC was one of the things that I loved doing. Like, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for CAC. I would plan my life around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to wrestle this show, and then I'm going to make sure I'm at CAC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Adam Woods. Adam Woods is in the house right here. I'm glad to see Bad Blood. Cheryl and everyone in this chat are amazing. Adam, you're fucking awesome.
I fucking love you, Adam.
Adam has gone through COVID, ladies and gentlemen, not once, but twice.
Yeah.
Adam, let us know. You and your son Owen went to get another COVID test done today. What was the result? Even Shane says Adam is great.
I agree.
He says, I'm glad to see Tony's back. I can't hold a candle to him. I hope I did you justice in your absence.
You did more than you.
Adam is great.
Everything you do is fucking fantastic, Adam. Like I said, I love you. And just, please, anytime you want to be on here, we need to have you on. It's a better show when you're with us. So I'm absolutely happy. I'm happy to have it.
To
have you on here. I wouldn't go that far, but
well, Adam, I still want to know what the result was of the test. So he says he loves you too, Tony. But we want to know, Adam, stop side swiping us, buddy. What was the result? Oh, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we're going to fucking bring Adam on the show. Adam's going to tell us what the results of his test was.
Let's do it.
All right, we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, after more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Tony, before we go any further, AEW Dynamite Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Oh my God. Let me tell you the fucking lineup for this amazing card.
All right.
Kenny Omega, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, to face off against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Fucking dream match of the decade.
I'm sold.
Cody Rhodes returns to face Malachi Black. Now, Rosario Dawson was in the fucking crowd today wearing a Nightmare Factory jacket, so you never know what that means. FTR to face off against Darby Allin and Sting.
Oh, okay.
MJF faces Flying Brian Pillman Jr.
Nice.
Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho for the AEW Women's Championship.
Oh, yes.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. I really hope they book Miro to defend the TNT Championship.
The only thing missing, yeah.
Yeah. If they book him to defend the TNT Championship against Eddie Kingston in New York.
Oh, that'd
the
be
Lucha
perfect.
Bros to defend the fucking AEW World Tag Team titles against Pride and Powerful.
Nice.
Santana Ortiz. Those 2 matches need to be added to this card. That will fucking make it over the top.
This might be a better show than All In. Honestly,
I don't know, man. All Out was a fucking great show.
All Out,
This card's fucking awesome, dude. It's awesome. But yeah, let's bring on the man, the myth, the motherfucking legend himself, Adam. According to Woods, Adam.
Yo, I'm not the fucking legend, folks.
Bro.
It's Tony Bern and the franchise player Bad Blood. But I love how you fucking booked so masterfully that fucking Arthur Ashe Stadium. I do that, right? And I want fucking Eddie Kingston. And I just barely fucking realized that he was missing a finger. I thought he was just pulling it back and shit like that. No. Whatever. And yeah, Pride and Powerful, who I didn't really see a lot of because I liked the original Homicide and Sean Hernandez version of LAX, flanked by Conan and Shelly Martinez and whatever, right? To me, they were a brown version of the Hart Foundation, like a new age version of the Hart Foundation, as Homicide as Brett, and then Hernandez as Anvil, right? The late great Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
That's
so
interesting you say that.
And I see it again. I mean, hopefully. And to answer your guys' question, so Owen and I, we got our COVID tests. Usually it takes about 24 hours, right? So hopefully I get it tomorrow morning. You know why I'm absolutely hopeful? Well, there's 2 events happening in the Southern California region that I very much want to be there for. And purchased tickets, right? I had to give my Rogan tickets away because I forgot, it was like that Friday and I bought it on Wednesday and I was not in the condition to go. So I gave those away at the forum. But tomorrow night, it is the 1-year anniversary of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood's Prime Time Live, right?
That's right.
And with that all being said, we have who I think is a new version of what I just said, right? If you go Hart Foundation, when you get a powerful guy, you can even say to an extent the British Bulldog, right? Anvil was, Dynamite was the high flyer technical, and then Davey was more the power, and then Davey, once Dynamite was gone, kind of resorted to both, right? But it is none other than Impact Wrestling former tag team champions, Reno Scum.
That's right.
Right. Who are, I believe, to me, who's been, again, not like you, franchise boy, bad blood. I haven't been in the ring. I'm not the impresario that Tony the Bern is, but I like my wrestling, right? So if you track back, right, the Hart Foundation, and I'm not even talking about, the Larry Henning and Harley Race tag team, or the Texas Outlaw with Murdoch and Rhodes, right? Dusty.
Yeah.
I'm not talking there, but just go the path of the Hart Foundation, then LAX. I believe the Reno Scum are part punk rock, part Road Warriors, and part Hart Foundation LAX. And they're going against the reunioning, yes, hashtag reunioning, of PP Ray. That is Ray Rosas.
That's right.
And Peter Avalon.
Mr. AEW himself. One third or was it 1/4 of the what do they call themselves? The wingman.
They're in AEW they're wingmen, but fuck, don't say that shit in Southern California, folks. They are PP Ray. And if you know the fucking entrance and shit like that, ooh, you know the fucking fanny packs and the dollar bills, ooh, son, right?
LTP and I once beat them for the Heritage Tag Team titles.
I'm hoping for this negative test, also to rejoin my family. That's a big thing, right? But Friday nights at the Ukrainian Culture Center in Hollywood, California, we have GCW. They make their return. And yes, there is a friend of the According to Woods podcast, the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson. Yeah, he's there.
Keep your tongue in your mouth, Chris Dickinson.
But the main event is former Ring of Honor Pure Champion, the one, the only,
that's right.
Jonathan Gresham, against Mr. Kazanine himself, Minoru Suzuki, co-founder of fucking Pancrase, arguably the first MMA promotion in Japan. I've got tickets to both. Right?
Minoru Suzuki just was on AEW Dynamite last week facing John Morrison. He literally just showed up at the pay-per-view to last week and beat the shit out of each other, man. It was great. And Minoru Suzuki is called the hardcore grandpa because he's old as fuck. But you ain't gonna say that to his face. You're not gonna say it to Minoru Suzuki's face. That's for damn sure.
So this is
also the lovely voice of Wrestle Talk, the one and only Denise Salcedo, is the ring announcer for GCW.
Yes.
Right. Shout out to Denise Salcedo.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a phenomenal show. I haven't been to the Ukrainian Culture Center. I mean, a total disclosure for those who don't know, before, all of a part of 2018, all through 29 and of 2020, before the lockdowns happened, I drove for Uber. And that was one of the highest grossing years of my life fiscally, right? So every time that there was a GCW in town, they would already sold out, or I'd be working, right? So this is the first time. And if it's going to be the first time, fuck, this is a card to do it, man. I'm telling you, you guys know I love my technical wrestling. You don't get any better than Suzuki and Jonathan Gresham. Now, somebody originally from your neck of the woods, right? He said, I'm going to be there. But very briefly, that person might be a former King of Pancrase champion. The promotion headed up by Funaki and Minoru Suzuki. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That person might be a former UFC heavyweight champion.
Okay.
That person might have appeared for Impact. Might have trained Shayna Baszler. Might have been a proponent and disciple of Billy Robinson and Carl Gotch. Might have been a teammate of current Pro Wrestling Noah tag team champions, one Kazushi Sakuraba. Yeah. Again, put it in your Google machines. I'm not saying anything, but theoretically speaking, this mystery person was given a show via GCW when a certain Matt Riddle went to the WWE, the Evil Empire.
I'm
Right?
thinking that show may be called Bloodsport.
It's possible.
Hey, before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone in the chat to type happy birthday for this special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, her name is Ashley Rose Nolan.
Oh my God.
And she is on live. Ashley, hello.
That's the fam right there.
Hey, how's it going? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. We can't see it, but we can hear you.
Oh, it's because I'm on my phone.
Oh, well. Happy birthday.
Well, thank
Okay,
you.
Barry.
How are y'all?
Yeah, happy
Count of three.
like
We're
early
gonna sing
birthday.
happy birthday for her.
I'm gonna send you a shit ton of memes like I do.
I actually had thought about you the other day, Woods, because I had found a bunch of old pictures of like Bret Hart when I had saw him live when I was younger. When I was a kid.
Yeah, and also thank you for the hair color referral because I think my wife just got a couple bottles, so I might show up to GCW with pink hair or purple hair.
Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Woods with the purple hair.
Hey, you guys know my spiel about the Purple Rain, the red of the conservative,
Yeah.
whatever, and then the liberal blue and purple, right? So that's it, man. And I love Ashley. Thank you, Bad Blood and Tony DeBern, for fucking making the introduction. I love Tony DeBern. I love fucking Bad Blood, Double B, the legend himself. Like, you guys are fucking amazing. I love the podcast. Actually, I kind of hate coming on because I don't get to watch, like Cheryl Leanne Danielson. I'm just saying, who may or may not be related to one Brian Danielson.
Thanks,
Wouldn't
Cheryl.
that be a twist?
That right there is the
green.
fucking twist that we've been
One
waiting
is
for,
green,
ladies and gentlemen. So, Ashley, what are you doing? What did you do for your birthday?
Well, it's actually not until tomorrow, but everyone celebrates it early.
Well, okay, so here's the thing.
It's been going on.
Here's the thing.
It happened last year too.
I was like, I looked at my phone and I was like, it's Ashley's birthday in like 8 hours. And then I was like, it's Ashley's birthday in like 6 hours. And I'm like, it's Ashley's birthday in like 4 hours. I'm the guy.
Everyone
Me and my little brother.
count down on it.
Well, because me and my little brother, we do this all the time. Like, I'm the guy, like we would literally fucking fight to see who's going to say happy birthday first. I will type out the longest fucking birthday message to him and wait till 11:58 and fucking hit send.
Yeah, like it always happens every year. Well, like especially last year when I like turned off my social media for a little bit because I just needed a break, and then I came back to Twitter. Like it happened, like especially when I started doing like a lot more impact writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone would like start, if for some reason like people just count down a couple of days early or a day early. And I think it's always nice, and it's always overwhelming to me because I'll be honest, I don't think I'm that special. But last year the first person that actually told me happy birthday early was actually Ethan Page. He told me 2 days early.
I was gonna say, was it all ego?
Yeah, he's always got to be first.
God damn it, Ethan Page.
Yeah, but no, it's just that like last year, and then on the day of my birthday was Alex Shelley actually told me happy birthday the day of my birthday.
Fuck Alex Shelley. I have a personal beef with Alex Shelley because my brother and I wrestled with him in Japan, and he does this spot where he blows snot on people.
Oh yeah.
He fucking blew some snot on me, and I looked at him like, motherfucker, are you serious?
I
Punch his ass in the dick. I'm like, and then we get back to the locker room. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, don't ever do that shit to me again. I'm a grown ass man. Don't do that again.
Yeah, he used to do that a lot back in the day. I don't know so much now because he doesn't really wrestle as much as he used to.
Well, I know I just saw something about him going and doing. He's doing something this week.
MLW, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, MLW.
Yeah.
He's doing something with with Bobby Fish.
Yeah, which you know, when you said you have beef with Alex Shelley and Bad Blood, I kind of imagined it was because he stole your gimmick in Impact Wrestling as a production video guy.
Oh my God.
The
Tony is the
paparazzi
production video guy. Tony is the production video guy. Not
Yeah, I was gonna say he ripped my fucking gimmick off.
Yeah, that's Tony's gimmick.
Okay, both of you guys. So there's
That's
heat
Tony's.
there.
Tony has heat with him now. Thank you.
You validated it.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but-
it's just like everyone always starts off early. So they're starting off early now, especially after Dynamite.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow's, of course, you know, they air Impact, even though it's taped, they air it. So,
Yeah.
you know, I usually have pretty good birthdays. Like, I don't think I'm like all that great, but it's always very overwhelming to me.
Well, here's the thing. You know why everyone loves you? Because you're fucking cool.
Well,
as
not
fuck,
everyone
that's
loves
why.
me. A lot of people, some people do have heat with me, but it's just either
Point him out.
pettiness or me.
Point him out. Who has heat? Point him out. Call their ass out
I
right
don't
now.
know. Nobody's. Nobody's.
We will give you the ultimate birthday present. We will hunt their ass down and make them apologize to you.
No, a bunch of nobodies, but it's always, and you know, I just always assume it's just because they're jealous of me, and I'm totally okay with that. Like, we live in the age of social media where literally anyone can just type something on Twitter, and if someone just does not like how you look, they'll agree with it because they want a reason.
Yeah, pretty
Wow.
much.
Well, let me put it this way. I've said this time and time again to people. You know what a hater is? A hater is your fan in denial. Because if someone can search the internet to find reasons to talk shit about you, if someone can literally research you, that sounds like a fan to me. Just saying.
Well, in the wrestling industry, like that's being over.
Yeah.
There it
exactly.
is. There it is. You're over. That's why everybody's fucking wishing you happy birthday.
People are literally trying to find you just so they can talk shit about you. That means that they want to see you. They're seeking you out.
No bullshit, because Bad Blood's favorite wrestler, one West Newbury, Massachusetts native, doesn't want to be seen.
See, look, speaking of that, just like Bray Wyatt.
You're talking about John Cena?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but I think with John, people just like to, I never understood why people even say, they used to say a bunch of shit. I'm just like, really? Because he's a professional?
Here's the thing.
Shane knows what's up.
Here's the thing. You can talk about a person all you want, unless you know them really. If you really know them personally, then you can really have a reason to talk shit about them.
That's honestly how I feel. I'm like, if you don't have my fucking phone number, you ain't got a reason to actually dislike me.
Real shit. And if you want John Cena's phone number, just hit me up in the DMs. I can sell it to you for $50.
Here, just to share a personal story. Over the last 2 weeks, again, I was near death about 12 times, right?
I kept seeing that. I was kind of a little worried.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy you freaking out at
because
Jimmy John's for thinking that they call it roast on your sandwich.
Ashley, I ain't going anywhere. I gotta live for you, darling. I gotta live for Tony to Bern. I gotta live for my brother Bad Blood. I gotta, fucking Cheryl in the chat, Shane in the chat, my kids, my wife, Timothy. I'm living for you, bro. Like, I'm here for you guys. But let's you know how they do in the Royal Rumble? They do the by the numbers, fucking 30-second fucking rundown, whatever. Which is kind of my love life anyway. But
Television sex tape.
If we're doing a by the numbers for According to Woods here, I've lost 5 subscribers to the podcast. I've done 8 hours of podcasting just on my channel this week. I have done 20 hours of live content since last Friday. Now, the Friday before it, I was near death, right? But then gained 15 followers on Instagram via the memes and 2 followers on Twitter. So
ladies and gentlemen, what that says to me is that you guys all need to go follow my boy on fucking Twitter as according to Woods on Twitter. Go follow him on Instagram. Go follow him on Snapchat, Tinder, fucking Plenty of Fish. All those places.
Plenty of fish.
Oh, fuck, don't put that on me. That shit is like fucking, what's it? Fucking Charles Wright. That shit is Papa Shango. Fuck that. Fuck that. I think everyone is beautiful. I think Ashley's beautiful. I think Tony's beautiful. I think Bad Blood is beautiful. I don't know if it's on the radio.
I'm a basic bitch.
Like, you know? So
he says he's a basic bitch, but yet his display behind him is a bunch of belts.
God damn it. Hey, I worked hard for them bitches back there, especially my little redhead girlfriend right there in the corner. See her? Look at her. She's pretty, isn't she?
You know, like, I used to get really upset, like, when I first started writing, because people used to, like, talk shit about, like, how belts didn't mean anything. I'm like, that's an award for your accomplishments or how many, like, shows you put on and how well you've worked. Like,
that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is 29 years of fucking hard work.
It literally is. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all, you know what? Y'all don't know anything. Like, I just stopped fighting. Tinder.
No.
That's the one thing she picked up out of all the comments. Tinder.
Nope.
But
not even once.
Yeah, I am writing a wrestling editorial. I'm writing another article for the first time in a while.
I was about to say, didn't you stop doing that for a while?
I did, but like, you know, when it hits you, it hits you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have a dream and you're like, I got to write this article.
Yeah.
What's the article about?
I can't tell you yet.
You can tell me.
Surprise people.
You can tell me on the down low. Shoot me a DM. Be like, this is what the article's about. I'll be like, oh shit.
It's we're gonna go back into the day.
Is it about the fall of NXT?
Oh no. We're going back in the day. We're gonna revisit the 90s.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
You just piqued Adam's interest. Look at that.
You just piqued my interest.
Of course, Tony's got the best laugh in the fucking business. Like, his laugh makes me smile. He did it a couple. Like, I'm not hard to. I mean, I'm pretty hard to shut the fuck up, but I shut the fuck up for Tony's laugh. See, that is joy. It's like Marie Kondo on fucking Netflix. Organize your fucking life. You need Tony the Bern's fucking shit to fucking bring you joy. That's it. You need Ashley Rose Nova to bring you joy. You need the franchise player, Bad Blood, to bring you joy. You need the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast to bring you joy. And then all the other shit, expendable.
Expendable, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I've been on a lot of podcasts, wrestling podcasts, and podcasts in general. This is like probably one of the best ones when it comes to pro wrestling.
Ooh, thank you for the shout. Thank you for the shout, ladies and gentlemen. That is Ashley Rose Nova, the #1 fan of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. She's also
Ash. Really quick before you go, I would assume, like most of the Twitch streamers, do you have like the wish list thingy mabobber, or is there any way that I could send you something on your momentous occasion? Which are probably
birthday shit out there.
If you go to my Twitch channel, there's all kinds of ways to support me.
Okay.
Or if you just go to my link tree, there's a direct way just for like to send money or tips.
Now listen here, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen here, guys. I need to say this right now. Don't be trying to slide up in her DM, bro.
I get so many of them, and I'm like, people like are like, you don't get offended. I'm like, well, not really. I mean, they could be telling me like horrible things.
I'm all protective of my people. I'm like, don't be sliding her DM.
No.
But at least I'm honest and say, like, look, you know, I really appreciate it. You seem like a nice person.
Yeah.
She's all nice. She don't really want to be like, the fuck out my DMs.
Again, philosophy, deniability, shade. I see it. I love you, brother, but I see right through that shit. But also, actually, for those who don't know, I live in California, where Bad Blood used to call home, right? Strategically, I got married.
No, look, hold on 1 second.
Right?
My driver's license says Oregon, don't mean not in California.
In the state, right? It's a no-fault state, which means if I fuck up and my wife divorces me, or she just says, "Fuck you, you're stupid," which she probably will. Guess what? She gets half. That's half my AMC, half my figures, half my podcast, like whatever.
How do you split half of a
God
podcast?
damn.
Apparently, it's gonna be according to Woods and wife.
That's exactly.
And why?
Well, Mary, she's usually on these things, but I don't know. Like
According
she
to
came
Woods' ex-wife.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I don't,
Change
so I don't
the
fuck
show
up.
title.
I try not to fuck up. I see the beauty in everyone, right? Everyone. Amazing people. Amazing people. I could have never imagined my life to be around the people that I am around, like you four, like Shane, like Cheryl. Like, I can't even fucking believe it, right? But the thing about it is, I fucking know how to reel that shit back in when that shit gets all weird, and I, much like Ashley, right? Got friends that are females in this industry, right? When it gets too hot, you fucking step the fuck out of the kitchen. And I'm sweating as I say that too. So how about that?
His wife's like, "Shut up in there, Adam. I hear you."
That's exactly what she said. How'd you know? You heard it, didn't you? I'm telling you.
I'm in the other room. You don't know it.
But yeah, I mean,
So
I'm usually really polite. And
So, Ashley, let me ask you something really quick before we go any further.
Mhm.
Well, actually, let me make a statement. We have a friend in common that both of us have an opportunity to work with. One Cassidy Haynes,
oh, Cassidy,
Body
yeah,
Slam,
he used to
bodyslam.net. I
he
realized
used to
you
be
used to be an author on this page, didn't you?
he used to be my old boss.
Really?
Hmm.
All right.
But
Well,
we
then
don't
we should-
chat anymore or anything.
Oh, well, we should probably talk.
Yeah, like it's just kind of one of those things. I left that platform like ages ago.
Okay, I remember that that's where I first caught wind of you was on the bodyslam.net, because I know you did you wrote an article for them for a long time. You did a lot of Kenny Omega shit too.
Yeah, I had the last time I talked to Cassidy, some of my articles went missing, and I asked him, but he had told me that there was an issue with the site.
Yeah, the
That-
site's really messed up. And I was talking to him today because
And I
the
wasn't
roundtable is going to
be.
be.
I just didn't get back to him, and I feel kind of bad because I know how he takes like some things, but I just hadn't had time to get back to him at all. You know how busy I get and I forget.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised we got you on the show today, to be honest.
Yeah, which by the way is the there's problems with the site. The dog ate my homework. Is that what that is? I fucking
No.
I don't know. He had said that there was some. I do remember when I was there. Sometimes it did happen, like the design of the page would for some reason like get messed up sometimes, and he had to clear it or try to fix it. But that was like ages ago, like years, like back in the day. So when he told me that, like I kind of understood where he was coming from because I remember it happening a few times.
So you say ages ago, right? And you're 22 now, so this is like pre-pubescence.
I
which
wish I was 22, but thank you.
Okay, so like, but this,
I was in my 20s working at Body Slam.
Hey, let me be the ring general, and I'm gonna walk us through this.
Where'd he go?
You would have been
Curious.
okay. You would have been prepubescent, right? Which would have qualified you for a match at the Cauliflower Alley with Ethan Rance, Billy Blade, and possibly Brian Blair.
These are the comments of Adam Wood. Adam Wood alone do not reflect the Roundtable Pro Wrestling
Save our
Podcast.
children.
Oh my God.
Save our children. Don't remember how old your parents or grandparents were when they had you, or your parents. They might have been 14, but save our children.
I appreciate
Nugent.
you making me out super young, but
Ted Nugent's ex-wives.
I was in my 20s in Body Slam.
Oh my
Now
God.
Yeah,
hitting mid-30s.
Ted Nugent's ex-wives. But as long as he hunts,
about Ted Nugent, my
Cat
uncle
scratch.
used to go hunting with them.
Shut up. No, you
Fever, right?
didn't.
Yeah, my uncle, God rest his soul, he passed away from cancer a few years ago, but he used to go hunting with Ted Nugent.
There's a huge
I'm late, but my
echo here.
condolences.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, it was just kind of happened unexpected, but he was a man that lived his own life. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
He was.
It's the best
He
way
lived
to
his
live.
life the way he wanted to, and he had a great time.
Wow. Well, that's fuck. That's all you really can express. That's all you really can do in this time and age. Live your life to the fullest because you never
he
know.
was always
Tomorrow
like
might be
that.
your last.
He was a free spirit, He knew a lot of people. He was a free spirit. He traveled everywhere, He lived his life the way he wanted to. So, the one, not to bring it down, but I remember like the last conversation we had, and he had told me, he's like, "Oh, you don't have to be sad." He's all, "I lived my life. I had a great time. I did everything I wanted to. I met great people. I partied all the time." So, but yeah, he was a free spirit, and because I used to always get upset if I made a mistake about different things, I'd be like, well, blah, 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 I upset this person. He goes, "Hey, but did you have fun?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I did." He's all, "Well, then that's all that matters."
Right.
For everyone else, enjoy what you enjoy.
Well, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to do a favor, for the channel, you can do a favor. Tomorrow is Ashley's birthday. So with that being said, I would like everyone on the page to go flood her Twitter. No, just
It's cool. It already gets flooded, so don't worry. Don't feel bad. I try to get back to everyone the best I can.
Well, I want everyone to do me a solid. I want you to go to this website right here. Go buy a t-shirt.
Hey, those are my new shirts too.
I know, I'm looking right at them. I want one.
Which, by the way, there's a philosophical question. Does it help you out more if we bought shirts of you and wore them? Well, I know pro wrestling tees, they're pretty backed up, right? But with that all being said, or do we just get something from your link tree directly? How would you like us to do such things?
Well, actually, the same merch that's on Pro Wrestling Tees, I have more and different designs of them on Teespring. So if you go to my link tree, you'll get those actually faster because they are flooded right now because of all the orders of the new shirts. I know the CM Punk orders are very behind right now.
I can imagine.
It was 100,000 shirts or something.
It was 220,000 last count.
Good Lord.
Well,
Shit, you can go buy one of my shirts. I'm not greedy at all.
Hey, I'm happy for anyone that sells merch.
Yep.
I'm just happy for generally anyone that succeeds in anything that they want to do.
Well, you can go follow her, ladies and gentlemen, on Instagram at instagram.com/AROSECPE. Also, you can go on Twitter.
My wife just followed you.
Shane, do not jump in her DMs because we know you, Shane.
Yeah, but if you just go to my link tree, I'm also going to launch a website where everything's going to be more accessible.
Why'd you pull that comment off, Babylon?
See what?
Why'd you pull that comment off? You have to wait like everyone.
The comment.
Fucking Tim Simmons. Tim Simmons being a smart ass over here.
Yep.
My pro wrestling tees link isn't the one that's on the page right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is the lovely. This echo is killing me. We're gonna go to commercial break. We're gonna fix this echo. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, Tim Simmons won't throw any more salt in the game.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas, and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Okay, let's try that again. It was Adam.
Aha.
Adam, jump out, jump back in. That way we can get you back on the stream.
If it's something where, like, if you're not wearing like headphones or earbuds or something like that, I think that's when you'll see that happen.
Oh no,
It happens.
It does. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, you can go on ProWrestlingTees.com. You can buy the shirt. You can buy you can go on Twitter. You can go on her link tree. You can go find anywhere you can find Ashley Rose Nova. Go find her and go fucking support, ladies and gentlemen. It's her birthday. Go, shawty. It's your birthday. It's her birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Go do some nice shit for her. Go buy her coffee or some shit. Send her a gift card to fucking Starbucks or something.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
It really started when he muffled. When he muted and audio came back. Oh, okay.
Okay,
cool.
Like I said, it's usually if you're using the audio straight from the phone and you're not using like the headphones or the earbuds or something like that, then yeah, you can sometimes hear a little bit of an echo.
Well, Adam, if you're Adam's in the green room right now, I can see.
Yeah.
Adam, put some headphones on. Plug some headphones into your.
But
he's not in his podcast studio because he's like stuck away from the family. So
I know, right? That
totally sucks.
That
put
really
some earphones
sucks.
in, earbuds in, so we can hear you.
Yeah.
But
and we're gonna get back with Adam in 1 second. But
who else have you had on the show lately? Did you have TJ on here? TJP?
TJ was on the other. I had a little interview with TJ like last week. As a matter of fact, I was talking to him, and I was waiting for him to come on the stream, and he was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry, I'm so late." He rushes on the stream. He's like, I'm like seconds away from having the baby. Gets off the podcast with me. Gets off the podcast with me, and I send him the link, and he's like, "Dude, it's time."
He had the baby just came.
I was like, "Oh shit!" So Aria Blake and TJP, welcome to Beautiful Child into the world.
Yep. What? On my phone, not in my studio. Okay, yeah, no worries. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
So, so you're coming back to wrestling for one article only?
I'm gonna be doing like an article here or there, but not like I used to. Like I'm not gonna be hardcore on the grind like I was.
Yeah, because you were on the grind. I mean, shit.
Oh, Tim, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay, hold on.
No.
Let me bring this comment up real quick.
Oh, that's low even for you.
Yeah, I'm bringing the comment up real quick. Oh no, you're not gonna bring the comment up, are you?
Oh no.
Well, let me put you this way: Tim Simmons.
Oh no.
You, my friend, can suck the back of my dick.
I knew that was
not a
gonna. I
virtue
knew you were gonna
adverb.
say
That
that
is
too.
nothing. But Tim Simmons, you are now banned from the website. Don't you ever in your God's green Tim? Look, listen here, Tim. Don't you ever in your life ever throw dirt on my Green Bay Packers.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's like, you know what, Tim?
Fucking wow.
Tim can go fuck himself. How about that? That's right. I said it right here on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
Tim Simmons can go fuck himself. because no one else will. Anyway,
Oh
back to the
no!
back to the podcast.
But
Let's
it's
laugh
gonna
real
be-
quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be only like a here or there, like a couple articles here or there. Nothing
Okay.
like heavy like work. Yeah, I do have a Twitch.
Yes, she
Oh my
does.
god! Look, Shane, do not start stalking her.
Jesus
We
Christ!
like her.
God damn it! Yeah, seriously, we want to keep this one around.
Oh, I don't mind. I've got plenty of people that stalk me. I'm totally
Oh,
okay
shit.
with it.
She's like, "Fuck it, go ahead, Tim. You can become like, you can just join the fucking club, Tim." Tim's
You
excited
can-
already.
Oh my god!
I'm totally okay with it. I don't
Tim's
care.
in the DMs right now asking me how I can get connected to Blue Chew.
It's just like I'm only doing a few editorials here or there. It's like it's kind of one of those things like you flat out told me you're like you leave but you never actually leave.
I did say that.
They just
Yeah.
and it's like I keep getting like kind of like pulled back in slowly every time.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you
Pro
something,
wrestling
actually.
in a nutshell.
I'm gonna tell you something that I told someone this the other day, and I've known this person for almost 30 years. And the thing that they said to me totally like threw me for a loop. But it was still funny. I said June 16th, 2021. Or 2022 rather. I was gonna hang up my boots and stop wrestling. 30 years. That would be 30, it'd be 3 decades of my life that I spent wrestling.
Mhm.
And this person who I've known over the course of that 3 decades almost straight up said to me, "When did you become an alcoholic?" I said, "What do you mean?" Just say, "When did you become a drug user?" I said, "Well, what do you mean?" Because people go to rehab for those things. And I said, "What does that mean?" "Oh, wrestling, you retire from wrestling. That's like going to rehab for a little bit. You'll get back on the drugs again." I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And then I thought about it.
No,
I
he's
literally
right.
thought about this.
He's
About
right.
About 10 years ago, I really got disheartened with wrestling. I got disheartened. Wrestling just totally just it fucked with me for a while. So I left. I left wrestling for about 6 months. And Mark Sumo Sakota, he died in California. And they had a benefit show. The night where me and my brother beat PP Ray. They did a benefit show and they were like, "Hey man, why don't you come back and do this show?" Yep, I took the needle right back in the vein. And here I am right now. As a matter of fact, getting ready to do a wrestling show on Saturday in Vaughan, Washington.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Something we need to discuss at some point after the show, I think.
I mean, we can talk about the card. I mean, people have been asking about the card for the last couple of days. Let me go ahead and run down
fair.
the card for people. The OIWA North American Heavyweight Championship is going to be on the line. We got the BCW Worldwide Champion, Just Exciting, defending the BCW Worldwide title against Gregor Petrov. We got the Great and Powerful Cosmo versus Caleb Rex. You got your boy, the Franchise Player, versus Miko Maestro for the OIWA North American Championship.
Nice.
Let's see some of the other matches. I know there were some other matches that were announced. I know Big Vicious is wrestling the Norseman Ernie Olsen. Darkness was to face off in a singles match against Jay Baptiste from California, but Jay Baptiste had to back out. So apparently
those two have had a little bit of a war going for the last.
I mean, it's
couple
like
of
light
years.
versus dark. The devil versus
Hell yeah.
God. It's like like that. And that's like a joint show. Like BCW Worldwide is running a show with another company in the great state of Washington, Vaughan, Washington, at the I don't know the name of the place.
I believe it is the Key Peninsula Civic Center.
Peninsula Civic Center. Yeah, it's a nice building. Nice building. It will be a taped for pay-per-view event.
Right.
So BCW fans, if you want to find out how this is going to be good, how this is going to work, you're going to want to go ahead and contact the BCW Booker at gmail.com, or you're going to want to go to the BCW Worldwide Facebook page, find out how you can watch this live event. It's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be some great matches going on, and I know you guys are excited about BCW being back, and we're excited to come back. And even when old bastards like Paul Moonshine in the house, Tim Simmons being banned for his Green Bay Packers shit. Ashley Rosenova's birthday is tomorrow, so ladies and gentlemen, go buy her a coffee. Go buy her a shirt. Go buy her something.
If you want her, you could just tell me happy birthday,
No, we're trying to get you shit for your birthday. We're trying to support. A motherfucker can text you and be like, happy birthday. Big deal. I mean, no, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain it myself. It's a great thing to say happy birthday to someone. But you should support that person and buy them a coffee, a smoothie, a fucking, diamond bracelet. I mean, I don't know, shit. T-shirt, hat.
Diamond bracelet.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to hook you up, all right?
I've had it, out of all the years of writing, I would say this is even though I kind of stopped, and like I said, I get dragged back into it.
I just dragged you back in right now, didn't I?
I said.
No, actually, the first time I got dragged back in was I checked in at TWM because I work over there too, part-time. And they were like, yeah, Simon wants to know if you want to interview Moose. And I'm like, okay.
And boom, there it is.
Sure.
Sure, I'll interview Moose, man. Why not?
I got nothing better to do that day. Why not?
See, that's what happens. So let me ask you a question. And just because you don't report on wrestling, I know you do.
Everyone still tells me the business is what you mean. I don't see anything.
Yeah. It's like, I don't watch wrestling, but I know all about what's going on.
It's weird. The weirdest thing is I announced that I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do gaming, but it's like everyone still tells me what goes on, and I'm like, okay, cool, but it's like I'm not going to. I don't publicize a lot of stuff that I know is going on, only because I don't want to be that. I don't like spoiling things.
Yeah.
I like people to be surprised and enjoy the show.
If you want to spoil some shit, we ain't got a problem with spoiling shit on this page. You can go ahead and spill that tea. Spill all that tea. This right here, this podcast is Boston. What I mean by Boston is you can spill all the tea. It's like a tea party from this bitch. You go right ahead and spill it all you want.
But
I did my share tonight.
Yeah, Tony did his share. Tony blasted some CAC information out there that wow.
So you understand. So you knew what I meant when I'm like, yeah, that people still tell me sometimes what goes on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I was told by someone in our production group, hey man, there's so much crazy shit going on right now. I gotta tell you all of this shit, but you gotta promise not to put it on your podcast. What the fuck are you gonna tell me? Don't tell me, because I'm gonna want to say something to somebody.
Right?
My favorite thing is see, people don't understand just because someone doesn't follow you doesn't mean they don't talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the day someone talent in one of the promotions is like, Ash, I need to tell you something, and they slid in my DMs. I'm like, why do you want to tell me? You can't tell anybody. You can't tell anyone you even talk to me.
People want to get that shit off their chest, but they're so afraid.
Tell you. And I'm like, okay, tell me. I'm like, fine, tell me.
And that's how you find out shit. I knew about this whole production, the NXT production. I knew about it for 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks.
I actually heard about it because a friend of mine was actually back there doing press when they were talking about it. And he just overheard about it, and he came and told me. So I knew about it around roughly around the same amount of time you knew too.
Secret in pro wrestling.
That's right, man. Look, let's talk about NXT. Let's. I gotta get this off my chest, man. NXT 2.0. Which is affectionately called NXT 4.0 because this is the fourth iteration of NXT.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they've how many times? So they did the reality show first.
No. Okay,
no.
So NXT grew out of FCW.
Yes.
Which actually grew out of OVW. So FCW was doing TV, with like Kona Reeves and all the motherfucking dudes.
Right.
They were doing TV, and then they switched over and they called themselves NXT. So then they did the
Okay,
one.
I thought you were referring to just the name, not like
no,
the
no, no,
actual
well,
developmental.
Well, technically, yeah. So NXT, grew, and then they did this NXT game show, which was fucking was stupid, right? Then they canceled that. Then they went to NXT Redemption, where all the people who fucking lost got to come back and try again.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was NXT, was it NXT Revolution or some shit like that, where then Triple H decided, I'm gonna fucking take this because Dusty died.
Mm-hmm.
When Dusty died, NXT was gonna die, and then Triple H was like, let's do this. Triple H made NXT mean something. Like guys like Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, who were getting called up to the main roster, were like, nope, we want to stay here. We want to stay here. Now because NXT was its own island, Vince didn't get a chance to sink his fucking hands into it.
And that's the only reason that was the only WWE show that I would still watch.
Now, here's the thing that's really fucked up. Because remember all those budget cuts and all those terminations that we had no money for? So they fired a whole fucking group of television production people. I got offered a job. I got offered a job to move to Florida and work at NXT. Can you imagine if I packed up my fucking house and moved all the way to Florida just to be fired 2 weeks later?
Yeah, you would have got Lance Stormed.
No, I would have fucking... Yeah, it would have been bad. It would have been really bad. So shout out to my people that are still working for WWE, that still have jobs. Shout out to my boy Ryan Katz.
Believe it or not, they came by looking for writers.
Yeah. Yes.
They're always looking for writers.
But they want wrestling writers. They don't want people who think Bobby Lashley's name is Bobby Ashy.
Because I'll be honest with you, I got offered to apply, and I recently, and I'm like, why? Y'all don't care about how I want to book things or what I want to talk about.
You'd be amazed at how many times my email is flooded, my LinkedIn flooded with, "Hey, this position is open in WWE. We really would like you to apply for it." Or, "Hey, someone suggested that we contact you about this job on our brand." Fuck off.
This was recently the first time that they've ever asked me, and I'm like, I mean, I know y'all have given me kudos, WWE for different articles I've written at Still Chair. They really did put over my Buddy Murphy story, so I would always appreciate that. But I understand booking, okay? I understand booking. And a lot of those guys and women, they have a lot of potential to just do then what they're doing in a storyline basis. I'm the type of person that if I do something and I'm told that it's not good enough, I tend to take it very hard and I try harder or 10 times harder.
That's the nature of the beast.
And I keep trying and trying. And if I, for some reason, feel in an aspect that there is a chance that I will not be appreciated, then I don't risk it.
Yeah. And what do you even call it nowadays? The environment there in Vince's little toy box, which let's be honest, that's what it is.
I personally don't know what goes on back there, but
I can tell you some horror stories.
But I know it goes on other places, here or there, But WWE, I don't fully 100% know what goes on over there unless someone tells me, and I'm like, okay.
Well, let's put it to you this way. Not only was the budget cut thing bullshit. I mean, you just got $2 billion. $2 billion fucking dollars. There's no reason for budget cuts. You got more money than the fucking law allows.
See, I heard it was that they were cutting the budget for something else.
Yeah, they cut the budget for something else, all right. For the new Capitol Wrestling Center, ladies and gentlemen, they remodeled the Capitol Wrestling Center for NXT TV, and guess who's in charge of the production? Mr. 5,000 camera cuts himself, Kevin Dunn. So Kevin Dunn
Fucking
Wait, Kevin took over. Wait, hold on, Kevin.
motherfucker.
Hold on,
Yes.
Kevin Dunn took over it.
Kevin Dunn
Yeah.
is overseeing everything.
Wow.
He's overseeing everything. Like,
Yep.
they released 12 talent. They fired 33 people in television production, and they just basically cut everything down and they moved it all over into one group they're calling WWE Media. So
Yeah, I could see that.
So they downsized. And here's the thing. I understand Nick Khan. Crazy as it sounds, I understand Nick Khan. Nick Khan is a businessman. He knows the line items. He looks at a spreadsheet and he says, "There's no money made here. There's no. This guy's been sitting on the shelf for too long. We're paying him $6 million a year. Let's get rid of this guy.
Yeah, because he's
Let's
a
get rid of this
businessman.
guy. Let's
He
get rid of
doesn't-
this guy."
Business people tend to look at numbers and budgets versus
Mhm.
the actual product. They tend
Then
to see what
like
to cut
getting rid
first.
of Bray Wyatt. You get rid of Bray Wyatt. This guy was moving the needle left and fucking right, man. This guy was selling merch. He's selling merch, and look, he ain't even there no more, and still selling merch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't they? I saw that they released like a holiday Funko for him.
Yes.
They did.
Like a brand new one.
It's
Yep.
almost like, hey, Malachi Black, we're gonna bring you back to TV next week. We got this brand new shirt we're gonna sell. Here's a design for it. It's fucking awesome. Oh, sorry, bro. You're fired.
Well, in all fairness, there was the design, area of WWE was kind of lacking for a while.
I mean, but to fire the guy and then to fire him on Monday and then debut his new shirt on Wednesday, that's some pretty fucked up shit.
Very
yeah,
much so.
it is. It's
It's crazy.
Let me tell you something, Jim.
Oh man.
But yeah, I've written, for like different promotions and stuff, and the one that I've actually, believe it or not, have ever felt the most appreciated was actually Impact.
Okay, so Impact Wrestling. I deal with a lot of people in Impact Wrestling, and they're easy to deal with. If I want to get an interview from somebody in Impact Wrestling, I go right to Ross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Get an
see,
interview.
with me it's Simon and then Ross because I work for a UK platform.
Mm-hmm.
So Simon handles the UK part, and he's like, "Oh, I just tell Ross, don't worry about it." They're like,
And that's how it works.
I mean,
One sir said Joel Gertner was at CAC. Yeah, he usually goes every year.
yeah,
Kim
like
Simmons is banned. He can't talk.
I was supposed to go to Bound for Glory this year, but in the area in Texas I am, the Delta variant's so bad that they kept moving my flight in Vegas, and my final flight, it's going to be too late for me to arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'll just go to a taping.
So I'm really worried about coming to Texas because I'm wrestling in Dallas, and I was gonna message you and see if you wanted to come to the show. The Delta variant is pretty prevalent out in Texas right now, and
Yeah, pretty much all the southern states.
I'm vaccinated,
It's
but
bad.
I'm really worried about going.
No, I'll be honest with you. Like here, especially in my area, like I'm like a couple of hours from like San Antonio and like Houston,
Mm-hmm.
like that area. People are still getting it even though they're vaccinated because it's just that bad. So it's like I still wear a mask even though I'm fully vaccinated.
Yeah. I still wear mine. I've been wearing mine since I got here, and I've noticed a lot of people that haven't been.
Yeah, if you're on Fremont Street, beware because motherfuckers do not care on Fremont Street.
Oh, no, they do not. In fact, I was inside, what was it, the fucking Fremont Casino Hotel right across the street from the D, and some motherfucker was actually, like, kind of going around, and anybody who was wearing a mask, he would come up to them, and he was, like, fucking getting pissed off at them. He tried to come up to me, and I'm like, motherfucker, don't even think about coming near me. I don't care if there's a fucking cop near the... Try me. It is 3 a.m. I have been on a fucking flight to Phoenix, delayed, getting into Las Vegas. Do not fuck with me. I am in a bad mood.
Southwest Airlines always gets me to Vegas.
Yeah. Always wash your hands too. You know, I didn't realize like how many people didn't wash their hands until this happened.
I'm so obsessed with washing my hands, man. I wash my hands like 100 times a day. I touch a piece of equipment, wash my hands. You know,
go to the
I
store,
open the door, wash my hands. It's like, oh my God, I didn't realize how many times I washed my hands until this whole thing happened.
But it's like you don't realize like how many people didn't wash them until this happened. Like, why do you got to tell people to have basic hygiene?
Well, you know, my mom used to always say, people don't understand that common sense isn't so common with people. Like some people just don't fucking care.
Yeah, like back in the day, like before I went into writing, I was going to art school, and I worked at a tattoo shop, and I did body piercing between when I was like 18 to like 21, around that time.
So like 2 years ago.
I wish. Like, fuck, I'm gonna hit my mid-30s already. It's scary, man. But anyways,
wait till you hit your mid-40s.
Oh. Then I'll, then I'm gonna be 33 forever when I hit my mid-40s.
Man, I've been 35 for the last 12 years.
There you go. Well, anyways, I remember one time I was working at the shop and I was talking to like my boss, and we were talking about the aftercare sheets, and I said like, I had another friend that worked at a different body piercing shop, and her like a different tattoo shop, she did body piercing, that had like her list was longer, and I had asked him like, why do we do this method? And he told me, well, Ash, I'm going to tell you something about people, and you're gonna learn this as you get older. Majority of people are fucking stupid.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
They're fucking stupid, and they're not going to read an instruction paper this long. You just got to be like, wash with antibacterial soap this many times a day.
Yep.
He's all 3-4 lines basic. He's all, because they're not going to read all that. And I'm like, okay. And that's kind of like the thought that I've always kept with me when like I see comments like on fucking wrestling Twitter. Just because I don't reply doesn't mean I don't read them. I kind of always put that mentality, well, like, you really just don't know. And it's always like true. A comment of, you need to keep it simple. Yeah, exactly.
Because people are simple.
I don't know, man. We had this conversation about the vaccine. I was at work, and I work for a television network. I was at work, and someone went out and did a story. And when you're in the news industry, you have to be impartial. You can't be one or the other.
Biased.
You can't be biased with one thing. This bitch has a tattoo on her forearm. Okay, now when I say this, you guys are gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but this tattoo on her forearm says, "Fuck a vaccine. I'm an American."
It's not. People don't understand. It's not really something political. It's about health and safety.
I'm so dumbfounded by that because see, here's the thing. When you go to school, if you're a parent, if you're listening to this podcast, if you're watching this podcast on Facebook, on YouTube, on fucking Twitch, whatever platform you're watching, or whatever platform you're listening to it on, iHeartRadio, fucking Amazon Music, Pandora, wherever you're listening to it on, if as a person in whatever country is listening to this podcast, because apparently they're listening all over the world. You send your kids to school. They have to get shots. They have to get immunized before they can go to fucking school. When you're born and you go to the doctor, they give you a shot. So in a sense, all you non-vaccinated people have been getting vaccinated your whole fucking life.
Like I've always been like the type of person, I don't like to tell people what to do. But exactly. That's your choice. But I always say, like, personally for me, like I like science. I believe in science, and therefore I'm going to get vaccinated. And I did. I've been fully vaccinated, but
I
I'm
was
still
reading.
very safe, and I'm very precautious because I'll be honest, I don't know when this is gonna end. I don't.
Nobody does.
I was reading this article today on Twitter, and it made me it made me laugh. And I know it sounds really shitty that I laughed about it. So please understand, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a dick when I laugh about things like this, but it's the irony of things. There was this musician, and he was a total I'm not gonna fucking take this vaccine. The vaccine kills people. You're a sheep if you get the vaccine and all this other bullshit, right?
Gotcha.
So the dude doesn't get the vaccine. The dude dies of COVID 3 weeks later.
I've lost count of the number of conservative news radio talk show hosts that have had the same thing happen, where they've demonized the vaccine. They've said, you're a sheep if you get the vaccine. You're not an American if you get the vaccine. Don't be a libtard. Don't get the vaccine, et cetera, and just one after another, and they're all dropping like fucking flies.
Now, once again, I don't care if you get the vaccine or not. That's your personal preference. I'm never going to say get the shot or else, because that's everyone has their right. Everyone has their it's you have your choices in life. You can make your own choices. But I will say this: there was a wrestler who works for the AIWF. His name is Dr. What the fuck is it? Golden Boy Jimmy something. Can't remember his name. Jimmy something. I know that. I posted in that group that my mom had passed away from COVID. And this guy says, COVID's fake. He's a dentist in Florida. COVID is fake. People aren't dying from COVID. People are getting sick of the flu. A month later, I get a post, and I'm in a little group, and they post that he is on life support in a fucking hospital in Las Vegas, in Florida, clinging to life with COVID. So this flu that he thought was just, doesn't kill anybody, literally almost killed his ass. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's real simple. I say this to you guys every week. It's so simple that a caveman can do it. But yet people aren't doing it. Look, stay home, stay safe, and just love one another. Fucking simple as that. If you don't want to get the vaccine, that's fine. You don't have to get it.
Yeah.
But be vigilant. If you don't get the vaccine, stay the fuck away from people who don't want to get sick. Simple as that.
Yep.
So, with that being said, it is now 9:44 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Tony is hungover in Vegas.
And I'm going back out.
That's fucking. Did you ever go to the Nerd Bar?
That's where I'm heading to right now, as a matter of fact.
He's going to the Nerd Bar to see Human Tornado. Yep. I knew it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is Ashley's birthday in 3 hours and 22 minutes.
My time, 15 minutes.
Well, fuck your time. It's her birthday in 15 minutes, y'all.
Yeah.
In the East Coast, I think it's already happening.
East Coast, yes.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is Ashley's birthday. Go buy her shit. Help her celebrate her birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Go buy her shit. Go buy her a cup of coffee. If you're in Texas, buy her a drink.
Yep.
If you're Shane, stay out of her DMs.
I was going to say, so wait, before you sign off, I got a job interview at a movie theater. Which movie theater? Just out of curiosity.
It's Taboo, isn't it? It's Taboo, isn't it? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Shane's birthday. Shane has got a job at Taboo
I was gonna say I might come pay a visit, but if it, oh no shit, Eastport.
Shame,
Century
you
Center.
better give
Dude.
me some free tickets.
My new place. I literally live like 2 minutes away from that.
Tickets to Century Eastport. Anyway, once again, happy birthday, Ashley.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on. I wasn't expecting to come on, so. But
I was going to make them sing happy birthday to you, but you know. So
I'm fully vacation too, Pa.
fully vacation.
Paul, you're a fucking idiot. I'm fully vacationed, everybody.
Yep.
You know, on that note, happy birthday, Ashley. And
happy birthday.
Paul, I'm glad you're fully vacationed. And Tony, have a good time. Fully vacationed. Oh my God.
That's the perfect way to end the show right there. We're not getting any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just going to go out on that high note.
Well, before we go out, let's do this real quick. If you're feeling lost and lonely, and you're feeling like the world is coming to an end, and you feel like you need to talk to someone, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255, or you can text GO to 741-741 to reach a trained crisis counselor through the crisis text line. Global, not-for-profit organization. Goddamn, I can't spell. I can't read like fucking Paul can't spell. Yeah. So, if you need to talk to someone, contact those people because they're there to help. You can also go to prowrestlingtees.com and you can buy a t-shirt. Support Ashley.
Yeah, remember, you're never alone, and especially in this industry, even for writers, I will say on a personal experience, it is tough.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does take a lot out of you mentally.
Yeah, I can personally say right now, the three of us on this podcast have probably had that same need to make that phone call.
Yep. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Yeah. We've all gone through a lot of shit. And Tim, this is the last comment you're going to have on the podcast until you apologize for that Packer shit. So, once again, Tim, she said thank you, and you can go suck the back of my ball sack. Yeah, fuck Tim. And his Seahawks. Also, Tony, let these amazing people know where they can watch us on TV.
All right. Well, we are going to have to update this here shortly because
we updated shit.
We do need to update it. So the new schedule actually kicks in October. So for right now, the old schedule is still in play every Monday night, 10 p.m., Channel 11, Xfinity, and CenturyLink. Every Tuesday, 10 p.m., Channel 22, Xfinity, 8002 on CenturyLink. And every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m., Channel 23, Xfinity, and 8003 on CenturyLink. The new schedule that kicks in October, our first run show will actually start on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m., so as soon as you get done watching this show, you can watch last week's show right after on Channel 11 on Xfinity and CenturyLink, with repeats every Monday night at 10 p.m. on Channel 22 and 8002 respectively, and then the second repeat on Tuesday at 10 p.m. on 23 and 8003.
Wow. And you can also listen to us on any of these major podcast networks. Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. You can listen to us on Anchor.fm. Oh, man, there's so many places you can listen to us. You can find us on all the beautiful podcast networks around, and you can go buy Ashley Nova's shit. Just saying. And with that being said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your boy, The Franchise, for the birthday girl, and your boy, Tony Burns. We're going to say deuces. Have a safe night.
Night.